We'll call this meeting to order. I was waiting on Pastor to get here to pray. Is she coming? Okay. Okay. Everyone will rise. All of you stand, please. Prayer tonight.
Heavenly Father, we come to you now, Lord, asking you to reside over this place with us, Lord. Speak through us and help us make good decisions, Lord, to come together as a community unified for the good of all, and above all, to honor you, Lord Jesus. And thank you for all you've done for us, down on the cross for us. And it's in your holy name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Steve.
Present.
Cooper.
Present.
Flanagan.
Here.
McCoy.
Present.
Askew.
Here.
Winters.
Here.
And Woody. And Mayor Young.
Here. We'll move to the approval of minutes from the May meeting. We have a motion to approve.
Make the motion. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll move to the acceptance of the financial report from May. Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve. Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, ma'am. I don't know, maybe I was just sitting here like a dunce, but did we ever show in our financial report the fees that the city was charged for that dump truck for us? The registrants and all that?
To talk about the wreck on the bridge.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. The council passed a budget amendment to add money to the line item. It was $42,000 altogether for the tow and the hazmat cleanup.
So that was just one bill with this item?
Yes, sir. It was one bill.
No other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Financials pass. We'll move to audience participation.
Mr. Michael Fountain.
You will step up, state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes to address the council.
My name is Michael Fountain, at 410 Palisade Drive. Before I get started, I have some, I'm gonna make my statement, and I would ask for the request of the panel that in that they will, I'm gonna ask some questions, and I ask that my time be paused while each individual answers questions. It's gonna be a yes or no question, that's all. At this
It's on.
Is it all?
Not now.
I've been having trouble with their bill.
I can talk about it.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
So, okay.
Yeah, just trying to help.
We can hear you.
Okay. I come to you tonight, a few years back, a former alderman asked about getting part of a road done on Palisade Drive. To our knowledge and the people that lived over there on Palisade and surrounding streets, we were unaware of it. You all voted. Do y'all remember voting on the street on Palisade Drive? We come back, we got petition of neighbors in that area, and we come back over 100 and some petitions. We came back and you all re-voted. Do you all remember it, Mr. McCoy?
Well, it's not set up for question and answer. It's not format.
Okay.
So do you,
Fine.
you speak?
That's fine.
Answer.
So, in the midst of that, we asked and requested that you bypass our street and go ahead and do someone else's street. Wow. Since Palisade is one of the largest streets in Camden, that you all go ahead and fix somebody else's street and then come back to us at a later date where all of it could be done at one time. Now, we go down the street and we find that a portion of the street has been done. And the question among the neighbors and citizens over there in that area is why was a portion of the street done when we asked that we wanted it to be done all at one time. Now, you can say, well, we're gonna come back and do it at a later time, but the problem with that is you do a portion now and then you come back later on and you're gonna wind up having the same problem that you're having right now, which is gonna cost the taxpayers more money. We have a neighbor that has a diesel truck that comes through that street every day, and he drives and goes on to another street, which is gonna cause that street to be torn up again. It's gonna cost money. So I'm asking, why didn't you all do Springwood, Woodcliff, Edge Hill Drive with a portion of what you've done on Palisade? You could have finished those 3 streets and they could have been done, and then you had just strictly work on Palisade from one end to the other. And I'm asking, why?
Do you want to address that, Mr.
Yes, I
Forsythe?
want to address that. When you turn in on Palisade, you know, you got that medium in the.
Earl, come up here and stand.
Come on over and say how it
I will do that.
Come on over and
When you turn in on Palisade, there's a medium in the middle of the road. There are patches that going down maybe about 100 yards, maybe. I'm trying to make sure that that's not a sewer problem underneath the road. So if the sewer has to go back in there after we done paid it, we done wasted money. So I'm trying to make sure that there's no problem when you turn off West Washington onto Palisade. Edgemere going up the hill was maybe about an inch thick of asphalt. We paved that all the way up on top of the hill because the rest of the road wasn't bad. I do have the other streets you just named on the list, but this is a 3-year process. Just keep that in mind, a 3-year process.
And the portion of Palisade that we did pay was the portion that was the
Real
worst.
bad.
But that's, okay, but that's also the portion of Palisade that an individual wanted done for personal gain to.
This had nothing to do with an individual. This was grading the streets
I
as to
hear
the
what you're
worst.
saying, but I know what's being done. This is not at you, this is not at you, but I'm saying, this is from the people that live over there. They look at the streets, and what you're saying, like I said, the Woodcliff, the Edge Hill Drive, and the Springwood, those 3 streets could have been done, and you still had, that gave y'all the opportunity to come down and still check that out on the bottom end instead of the top end.
You gotta keep in mind, Palisade is at least 20 feet wide.
3 cars, almost
From
4.
front to the end was $100,000 and something to get it done. I don't have the exact figure, but over $100,000 something. When we first was gonna chip seal it was only $29,000 to chip seal it. So I looked at the best way to do it, but like I said, this is a 3-year process. We still got time to come back later on in the year or the beginning of next year and finish the rest of it out. We're not done.
I know, I'm not saying that you're done. I'm just saying, on the back end, the 3 years, you're saying we got 3 years. That's perfectly fine. We were willing to accept being on the back end of the 3 years, but letting it be done at one time where all the streets could have been done. And then if you got the $100,000, then you had it at one time where you was gonna take care of it at one time. That gives you the opportunity to go back and check your sewer line and all that kind of stuff.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
No, it's no argument.
It doesn't make any difference if it's the whole street at one time or in sections. Asphalt lasts a long time if you don't have heavy equipment driving on the street. So it really doesn't matter. Now, this part might look a lot darker than the other part, but it's still doable.
Okay, thank you for the time. We have, who's next?
That was it.
Alderman McCoy needs to make a little bit of a motion.
Now make a motion, someone want to come in and give the city a kudos for something they did. Can they get up and do that?
Okay.
Yes.
Good evening. My name is Sharice Allen, and my address is 2904 Highway 79. Today I just came to address you, Madam Mayor. I just want to say I know that many times when people come before this council, it's because they have a complaint, a concern, or a problem that needs attention. These things are truly important. I'm not making light of those at all. But tonight I want to come before you for a different reason, and for a different reason. I simply want to say thank you. I simply want to say thank you because, and for helping make First Friday such a special part of our community for every month. I see people walking downtown, visiting with neighbors, supporting local vendors, and visiting businesses, listening to music, and just enjoying being together. For at least a few hours together, people are side by side, putting their differences aside, and simply enjoying one another and being part of Camden. In today's world, this is something that's very, very needed and very, very valuable. As I walk through the crowd, I see smiles and conversations and children having fun and people reconnecting with friends and family that they haven't seen in a while. I truly enjoyed this passing by Friday. My heart was freshly reminded of what a community is supposed to really feel like. I think that's why I love The Good Witch so much. I don't know if anybody knows that movie, but it's, and Little House on the Prairie, because it depicts so much of community and love and support. I know events like this don't happen by accident, so thank you so much for taking time, because they take time and they take effort. It takes great leadership and vision and to bring people together. Because of that, I wanted to take a moment to recognize you and everyone who helps make First Friday possible. Again, I want to thank you for investing in our city. Thank you for creating opportunities for people to connect. And thank you for making Camden feel much more and more like home for all of us. Psalms 11:25 says, "Those who refresh others will be refreshed themselves." And I thank you for making the First Friday a thing that just has to happen. That's wonderful, that's beautiful at all times. I appreciate you, and with much gratitude and appreciation in my heart. And I'm sure that some of the others and so many others feel the same way. I think I can speak for some people. What First Friday means to us in our community. Thank you so very much.
Okay, we will move to the mayor's report. And tonight we're going to hear from Mike Sherman, and he's going to report on the Camden Sportsplex.
Good evening. Guess that was good timing. I came to speak to you a little bit about what's going on out at the Camden Sportsplex. I know I've seen some of you out there. Some of you have done your time out there. We had 629 kids sign up for various sports this past year, either baseball, softball, soccer, or NFL flag football. NFL sponsors a flag football program that we hold out there. Last year we had 14 NFL flag football teams. We also had 14 soccer teams. We had 29 baseball and softball teams. So out of that 629 kids, we also had 108 adults volunteer, coach, umpire, referee, and all 108 took and passed a background check. So we're not just out there willy-nilly with the kids. We are taking background checks. We're doing what we're supposed to do. We have more programs we'd like to do. This year, one of the things that I wanted to brag about was our draft. I've been drafting for 30 years. And this past year was the first year that we were in and out with all 29 teams in an hour and 15 minutes. Now I know how y'all are when you get out of here after an hour. So imagine having to draft 29 teams and you got everybody, you literally want to have an egg timer in there to say, okay, keep on, let's go. They're looking at what kid they got, what they didn't, but we did it in an hour and 15 minutes. Had a video screen, it was pretty cool, it really looked professional. We got the new lights up this year at the complex. I think that's going well. We did not have any major tournaments this year, we didn't schedule any. We actually were going to try and have one this next month, but we were kind of behind the ball a little bit. So I am going to put in for us to have a state tournament next year. I'm the commissioner at a softball tournament in June at the end of this month in Stuttgart, where there's 26 teams. So I'm going to put in for us to get that. I've been invited to work a Diamond Softball World Series in Laurel, Mississippi. So I'm going to put in some good words for us there, and maybe eventually we can have a World Series here. Football, flag football, totally different animal. I watched boys and girls play flag football together. I watched a girl, and you never want to say, be rough, but I watched this young lady stiff arm this guy, and she knocked that boy down, and it wasn't rough, it didn't look terrible, but she put her arm out, and he fell to the ground, just like you see a Heisman move on the NFL, and for some reason in flag football, that's against the rules. So she had made a touchdown. They called her back. So there's no roughing, either the passer or the defender, I guess. So it's a totally different animal. We're teaching them all the good rules. So when we get to soccer and football, I hope y'all come out because you'll see it. The parking lot will be full. Lots of good noises out there. Don't know really of any complaints this year. We had an issue about entering the park, exiting the park. But we do have some issues where we've had, just the other day, we had a guy on a four-wheeler run through there, believe it or not. We had a guy on a mini motorcycle come in and do donuts in the T-ball field at the pitcher's mound. There are some things sometimes that happen, but we deal with it, we move on. That's about it. I think the kids are excited. I think we've got more numbers coming out, which is good. Post-COVID, that's what we need. We need more kids coming out. Any questions? Anybody? Yes, sir.
I got a question, but first I want to make a comment. I want to commend you on a job well done. I've been out there several times. Everybody having a good time, no complaints, and baseball, softball, t-ball is alive and well. I got to do better with soccer. I made one soccer game maybe, but anyway, I'm a baseball, football type of guy. But my question is the gym.
Yes.
Do we have any plans? I know we talked about the work that need to be done on the gym to get basketball started back. And I just believe that we could have that same type camaraderie and energy with basketball, just like we do baseball and soccer. And I know the gym is not ready now, but is there any plans on basketball?
We have talked about it. We've looked at it. We currently don't have the lease on the gym, but I will say I think we're good neighbors. We watch out for the gym. I think twice this year I assisted police officers with getting some people out of the gym that weren't supposed to be in there. I will tell you, structurally, the leak is getting worse on that roof. It is finally getting to the floor. There is a spot, let's say $50, $1, but it's gonna get worse if we don't do something with it. In the past, it's always just been on those outside walls, and you thought, we could just fix those walls. But if we get to where the floor is gonna get damaged, you're gonna get pretty expensive after that. But we would love to see a program. You were involved with the Parks group, and I actually sat down. Fruit's got a good basketball program going. He's got a lot of kids coming to it. And we sat down and talked about how we could maybe do something together. And I could see something like that. Those kids, my grandson played with Fruit. We traveled all over, went smack over, don't go to Parker's Chapel, man. They will whoop up on you over there. But we got to follow some of that. So yes, I'd love to see it. Mr. McCoy, years ago when it was Boys Club, we had basketball in that gym. And we had a really good program. And I'll tell you, I'm not knocking Upward Bound, but Upward Bound, when it came, that's when we saw the numbers on basketball just get to where you couldn't afford to pay the gas to keep it somewhat. You still had to wear your jacket, but we tried to break the cold a little bit in there. But being a fall, winter sport, you got to have the numbers to be able to do it in that gym.
So from a city standpoint, we need to kind of pay more attention to the roof and work on that roof, and then we can kind of get.
Well, you were out there. You saw the roof's coming off of the old Tanbrook building. It's literally hanging on the side of the building after that bad storm. But that Shattuck, it's not an eyesore. We just need to fix it back to what it was, because at one time that was the gym the whole state was talking about.
I got one more question. We have a clause in our agreement contract, from the school about educational programs. And do we foresee in doing any kind of, after school, or I know Fire Chief, he coached soccer. Seen him out there coaching. I told you I made a couple of games. And I know he's a soccer coach, but have we done anything for us, like, you know, fire protection, anything educational, you know, that we could add into the mix?
I'm sure there's some things that we could do. I would like to see us, and I think that we can work with Plant a Seed, who's already an organization that's doing some after school and some summer programs. And they're right there at the pool where we could do some water safety programs. I do see being able to work. I will say this, I like to think we're a big city, but there's times I like to think we're a little city. But I think we're not big enough to, this is mine, this is mine. I really think we all have to work together to make it. And I could see us working with Plant a Seed to help their program become more, just help them advertise it, help them get it out there. I've been over there for their program, and their numbers aren't super huge. It could be more, and I'm sure they'd like for it to be more.
Yeah. Well, again, you know, I like what you said about working together, and I think since we've done that, this is what our 3rd year of operating the Boys Club. So I think, you know, I mean, you're doing an awesome job, and I think we need to get those educational programs and
Yes.
working with Plant a Seed, that'll be real good. We can help them, and they definitely can help us. But again, awesome job, Mike, you and your staff.
Thank you. And my board, they help a ton. I've got a really good board. They get out there and they get after it. That hour and 15-minute draft was because of one board member. She put it all together, and when she gets a hold of it, man, she runs with it. So, thank y'all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, we will move to old business, ordinance number 426. Do we need to vote to untable this?
No, I think it's reintroduced, just with a motion to introduce, that's fine.
A motion to introduce for the second reading,
I think it's for the first.
first reading.
It wouldn't make much difference, I think. At last month's meeting, had the council just said, well, this account, as the first reading, we'll leave it, then it would be the second, but I think when we say table, that usually means something's coming off, so it's actually coming back on as the first reading.
Okay.
So we didn't table it?
Yes,
did
you
table
did
it.
table it. That's why he's saying
Right.
it will be the first reading instead of the second this time.
I was getting 2 first readings, because tabling could be for 6 months, for 9 months, it's coming back, so I would say it's the first reading, really.
Who will introduce this ordinance?
Ordinance number 426, an ordinance repealing ordinance number 2313, amending the Camden zoning ordinance to permit multifamily dwellings in zone C2 and for other purposes.
So I think the council, so last month, the reason it was paused was to be able to go back and be sure that the ordinance was accomplishing what planning commission and the council wanted it to do. So this just goes back to the way the zoning ordinance read in 2013 about where multifamily dwellings were allowed. So it was C1, C2 at that time. There was an ordinance to remove it from C2. This just puts it back in C2. I think the question that was raised is, well, on our piece of paper before the council, it's going to say C1 and C2. We wanted to be sure that was the current state of the zoning ordinance, and that's what everyone wanted. So I think we've all verified that, and that's correct.
You know, I got a question. This is discussion. Can I ask the next to come up, please? So, whenever we changed it to ordinance number 2313, why? Why did we change it back then?
At that time, one of the city council members requested it.
Okay.
and he didn't take it to the planning commission, he brought it directly to the city council.
But it should have went to the planning commission.
Not
That
not necessarily.
Not necessary.
Not, that has not been addressed.
So it's not written in stone that it have to go to the planning commission first, it can come straight here?
We hadn't researched that. I just know
Well, you
that-
said not necessarily.
Well, you're stating an opinion, you said it should have gone, and I'm not saying it should have, I'm just not willing to say that. You said it should have gone to the planning commission.
So what's the right way of doing it?
Well, we would have to check it and see. I mean, the council has overriding authority over all the commissions.
Okay.
So the council has superseding authority over anything it wants to reach its hand to in the city in general. So I'm a little bit cautious in saying that the city council can't do anything, because the city council has a lot of authority to say we want to address an issue. And it's pretty hard to say that a commission is going to override or supersede what the council wants to do. It's rare, but so I'm just not comfortable with saying outright that was, I'm not saying that was wrong at that time. I don't think Mr. Jeanette was here at that time. It's been a long time ago, and the only thing that matters is that it was passed, the council approved it, that makes it the state of the law, and there is no way of going back and saying what was the reason. It just was passed by majority vote, and that was appropriate.
Well, I'm gonna get back to that, and I appreciate you breaking that down with all due respect, but it's a right and a wrong way.
And we can find that out.
Of doing everything, but
we
I
haven't
mean,
been asked that.
you know, but when I said should have, I mean, I don't regret making that
Right, I
statement.
agree. I'd be willing to look at that. I'm just saying that hasn't been researched. That wasn't, what came up was, here's an ordinance that would go back to the way it was pre-2013.
Okay.
I'm comfortable with saying the council now can pass that. I'm just not willing to throw anybody under the bus or say anything was wrong without having a chance to review
No,
that. I don't mind doing that. That we just hadn't had an opportunity.
It's not a matter of throwing nobody under the bus, but again, it's a right and wrong way to do things. But back to the question at hand. So we changed it back then for whatever reason. Why do we, or why should we want to go back to this?
Because of the housing stuff. You want more available land for housing. And so if we can put apartments back on C2, there's more land available for housing. That's my reason for everything.
Yeah.
Growth. It's not anyone that put in an application which one to do this for. We're looking at growth for Camden.
Right. Yeah, I just want to make this statement and I'm done. But, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, I do. And I just, I don't know, when it's done, I was on the council and it went right over my head. I just hate that we didn't look deeper into what we was doing and changed it then, you know. As I look around, I might be the only one that was on the council, but the counter, you know, but from listening that you talk, we should have never changed it. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
On Mascot, I'd just like to explain a few things. Back then, when we made those major changes like that, we was under the impression that we was better than the city. Now, there's something that we can do that we don't have to change this. There's a special use permit that we can grant if they come in and want to do that. And why we can't go that direction?
So the planning commission had me to research Magnolia and El Dorado, our two closest cities. And they already have apartments in C2. So with that being said, why would we take someone through an extra step and pay extra money when we can just say, if it's a C2, you can have apartments? Why do you want a special use permit?
Well, the reason I said is because we keep on changing these rules. We keep kicking the ball down the road. We change this rule, bring this resolution forward. And somewhere down the road, we need to stop. That's one of the reasons we allow them to have that special use permit to implement that. That was the reason. So if we can, I mean, I want housing, I want apartments, I want it all for the city of Camden. But I also think that the ordinance, sometimes we can change these ordinances just to do things out of a spur. So when they come up at the last meeting, I sat here and I heard some things that were said, and I knew that the implement of special use permit could be applied for someone to come in and want to do those apartments. But I heard what you said about a lot of work.
Well, it's not about the work, it's about if someone wants to invest in Camden. If we don't move, they're gonna move somewhere else. It's about business. We have to be more open, because really, the rights that we have in zoning is gonna be taken away. So it's time to change. I know it probably changed back then, and you saying, we change things and we change it back. But this is 13 years later. Change is something that's guaranteed. So if we can change in order to better our city, which I said to have apartments, how many apartment complexes we have open right now?
I don't know exactly how many, but we have quite a few.
Okay, but.
And I think she's talking about vacancy.
Yes.
And the answer to that is we have 0% vacancy in our apartment complexes, and it's been that way for 5+ years.
And we want people to remain here. You know, we got job availability, we want people to remain here, so we have to open up to see where we can be, you know, in a growth mindset. It's not motive driven, I promise you that. It's not someone, oh, I need apartment. No, it's about growth and for extra housing for people, availability.
Well, I do understand growth.
Yeah.
I do understand what you're saying too.
Right.
I really do.
Right.
I accept what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have had in my mind that we continue to change.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know that somewhere down the road, there's gonna be some laws that are gonna be adopted.
Right.
And we're gonna have to abide by those rules then.
Right.
We might not be doing it today, but it's coming.
Right.
I agree with that. I did my research also.
Yes, sir.
So, and I know the ordinance that we're trying to implement right now, it would get ahead of it. But I'm one of those type that.
So if we had an investor come and want to invest, so you said special use permit, right? They have to wait until the planning commission meeting to have that. And then if they don't agree with it, now it's denied, then they can appeal, then they come to city council. All that time, you know, I understand what you're saying. You want to just, you know, kind of, but that's just my opinion. You know, going and nipped it in the bud. We didn't have a reason. Can nobody remember what happened back in 13? But now we know why. Because we want growth and we want housing. So that's just my opinion.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, this was the first reading.
Correct.
Can we put it to bed?
We can.
I'd like to make a motion to amend the rules, suspend the rules and put it up for a third and final reading.
Second.
Okay. Roll call.
Steve,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Askew,
Yes.
Flanagan,
Yes.
McCoy,
Yes.
Winters.
Yes.
Okay, so now we need a motion to,
I'd like to make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
all right, and this is for the third and final reading, and it will be by roll call.
Askew,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Winters,
Yes.
Flanagan,
Yes.
McCoy.
Yes.
Okay, we'll move to new business. Resolution number 23-26, introduced by the mayor.
Resolution number 2326, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Camden, Arkansas, to declare the structure located at 905 Franklin Street a public nuisance and order removal of the same.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Is there any discussion
Well, I just got a comment. This is,
in your ward?
in Ward 2, and the constituents over there in the Franklin Street area, they've been complaining about this structure, so not that one, but many more over there, but appreciate it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution number 24-26, introduced by the mayor.
Resolution number 2426, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Camden, Arkansas, to declare the structure located at 429 AG Street a public nuisance and order the removal of same.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion?
Again, this is another dilapidated structure in Ward 2 and going down AG. Well, anyway, thanks for the attention.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, resolution number 25-26, introduced by the mayor.
Resolution number 2526, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Camden, Arkansas, to declare the structure located at 422 Holly Street a public nuisance and order removal of the same.
We have a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve.
We have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Other business, I would like to acknowledge Alderman Flanagan and ask you to please update everybody on the upcoming Juneteenth celebration.
I was in trouble for a minute. But yeah, next week, Friday through Sunday, we will be having our annual Juneteenth celebration. It's open to everyone. We're gonna have a lot of food out there, a lot of fun. It's a unifying event. I think after a day like today, we all need to be together. Just being honest. We're gonna start with a parade that Friday down Adams Street, and then it's gonna go to a free kids block party or a field party at the field behind Carter Courts, and we'll have some free icicles and things like that out there for kids. Saturday we'll be down in the park all day. We're doing a Greek picnic. We'll have a school off and everything like that. It's also going to be education, talking to kids about college when we're doing voter registration. As we know, this is an election year, so we're trying to get a lot of the candidates to come out, meet folks. It's just going to be a peaceful event. Of course, Sunday is worship in the park. It will be outside. Hopefully it won't be too hot. But the Ouachita County Ministerial Alliance is going to be kind of heading that up. And like I said, the whole weekend is about unity and peace and just having a good time and reflecting on some of the things that, you know, this nation has come through. We're also going to have like a moment of silence. If I had my way, it'd probably be at every event, honoring Mr. Callahan, if you all remember him. So yeah, it's going to be a fun event. Everybody's invited, and we will love to see everybody smiling face. Bring an appetite.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will have a special called meeting on the 15th, which is next Monday, 6 p.m. for the discussion of the rental of the Teen Town Community Building. Excuse me, we're about maybe 2 weeks out, week and a half, maybe. We're waiting on the front doors to come in from Camden Glass and Mirror, which should be in around the 22nd, 23rd. The portable stage we have ordered is also due to be in the 23rd. They're gonna be hanging doors and staining those tomorrow, hanging the fire extinguishers. We're right there at the last little bits on it. I've sent all of you pictures. I know 3 of you have come and looked at it. It's something we can be very, very proud of. So we will meet Monday, 6 p.m. and get that price set. Okay.
Mayor, I do have some questions and also a couple of comments. On behalf of the people in Ward 3, Texas Street, the crossing where the people was having difficulties out of, it has been repaired. Omnitracks come in, I talked with them for about 3 months. I talked with Omnitrack, they come in and they said they would fix it for us. And they did that, they did a remarkable job. Also, the people over there don't have a problem carrying their car because it's a smooth, it's a smooth crossing now, really smooth. Okay, that's one. The next question I have is, would you please give us an update on the pavilion? Last month I asked a question, did we have a blueprint of that pavilion? And that's a 2-part to this question here. Do we have a blueprint to that pavilion? And I was told no. Okay, the guy, whoever erected that thing, is the city gonna go after that person? Whoever we wrote the check to, is the city going after that person for the incorrect installation of that thing? I like those answers if I can get it. Can we talk about it?
Yeah. Well, I would say we're in the process of reviewing that. There are plans. I don't think I would call it a blueprint from what I've seen so far. So I would say a drawing, but I think that would not necessarily be the same as a blueprint. The bid that was awarded to assemble it is who our recourse would be with. So they ended up hiring someone else. So that's one of the issues we've got, is that we've got multiple people that worked on it. And we're trying to go back and verify exactly that chain of custody of who hired it, because the contractor was not hired by us. The city accepted a bid from Timber Frame Solutions to have it assembled. They ended up hiring different people, but we never had an individual contract with those individuals. So that's what we're trying to be sure of, is who is the person we're looking to. So we're not quite done with that.
We're not done.
No, we're not done with it.
No.
Okay.
There's still meetings going on, and Chief Covington and Inspector Smith are leading the team that started this assembling it this week. And they're looking into everything as they're doing that, and they're having meetings during those times with Mr. Fry to discuss everything. But it's too early to be talking about what we'll be doing going ahead.
Well, I think it may be too early to talk about, but as aldermen, we should be informed of whatever is going on within the city, because according to the book that I read and according to the municipality, we're responsible. And the people in the city of Camden, they should be informed, we should be informed, instead of just being in the blind and say, well, they're doing this, we're doing that. But I appreciate I appreciate Attorney Fry explaining in detail where we are on that position. Now, we can go forward. Yes, we need to go forward. Thank you for that. Okay. I got that answer. Okay. One more question. One more question. Was it inspected?
I'll start with the pads they poured. I inspected the new pads that they poured, the structural for the structural, weight, because the A&P Commission requested that we have an engineer look at it. Had an engineer look at it. He suggested we dig out those spots where the post would be. Got engineering drawings on that, and that was put in. At about that time is when I moved into the assistant mayor's position from the code enforcement position. And I guess I'm the one that let the ball drop because I didn't inform the person taking over from me that it still needed to be inspected. So you can lay that blame on me as far as, I mean, I've been under it. I've looked at it a million times since it's been being built. I watched the whole process, but if there's a fault there, you can probably fault me depending on what the investigation turns out to find. If there's something missing or if something wasn't put together properly or something along those lines, it would have probably most likely fell to me because my failure to train and bring Jeanette up to speed on it would be where any of that may lie, if there is any.
Okay. I'm glad you answered that question.
Yes, sir.
I mean, because as a contractor and as a licensed contractor, whenever you go to build a structure, you have to go and get it inspected. And if I'd have built the thing, you'd have been after me for the failure.
But also understand that under Arkansas law, even though I, as a city inspector, I inspect something, the contractor still has the obligation to ensure that it is built properly. Period. If something happens, I'm not held responsible for it. Contractor who has a state licenses. Now, we can be held responsible if the contractor didn't have a license. But the contractor, his license specifically tells him he's responsible to ensure it's built properly.
You could be held responsible.
That's not excusing.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. I don't want that to be where we get an excuse because Assistant Mayor, if I done it, you pass it,
Correct.
then it's on you. It's not on me. It's not going to be me because even though I may have my license, my insurance,
if I inspect wiring in a home or plumbing in a home, the wiring messes up, burns down the house, or the plumbing messes up, the contractor is the responsible party. As the inspector, I only have so many hours of inspection training. As a contractor, they go through hours and hours of training on a yearly basis. So the way the Arkansas law reads is that, I mean, anybody can be sued and anybody can be held responsible. But it all comes back to our state of Arkansas issues contractor's license based on you passing a test, and that the state of Arkansas says you know exactly what you do.
Well, that is true.
And they can be called before the contracting board and held responsible.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm held responsible when I was the inspector by this council right here.
Okay. Well, I just
to further clarify, no one was hiding anything from anybody.
Well, I didn't think now I'm gonna clarify this too because you're going the wrong direction with it now. I'm not saying
as
anybody
they're
was hiding
taking it down, they may find some other things.
Correct.
So they can't say everything right now because they just started disassembling it yesterday. So they hadn't got into that part of it. So you say something today, then they find something tomorrow, and
That's
it's
good.
totally different.
I didn't go there with that, but I just want everybody to understand of what's going on here, because we are aldermen and we are held responsible. That's what we are. We are held responsible now, and I myself, I'm going to cover myself. I'm going to go into detail. I'm going to find out what's what and why, because I'm supposed to have that information. Okay. Now we're through with that part. Also, the municipal league, as aldermen, while we're as some of these aldermen are not going, I was told it was too late, but I was also informed at the municipal league that it was not too late. So who misled me?
That I don't know. I know we have a registration that's only open for so long, and that's when we register, and that's been several weeks ago.
Okay.
The registration actually come up during the time of your surgery and your recovery.
okay? But I'm not the only alderman that was not informed or did not, get it. I was not the only one. So I'm just saying that we need, that's training as an alderman that we should have.
Okay, we'll make sure that your emails are entered into it so that you can get the email from the
The
municipal.
email, it goes out, right?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. The
You have to email me.
municipal league has your names and they have your emails on file. We'll double check to find out what may have happened.
Okay, I have no problem with the email thing, but I also know that I kept calling up there and I kept getting delayed on this and that person's not in. So all I'm simply saying is, let's make this thing open and fair to me. If I don't do email, Tom, because you know, you can remember I asked you a long time ago about it, and what your statement was, you don't want to go to the first one, you want to go to the second one. So
I said the winter conference is not always one that you learn
it's not
about
one.
business.
So I'm just simply asking that question right there is, so if I go up there and they told me that it was still available.
Okay, that's the,
So-
like I
so
said,
are
I
y'all
know that
telling
we
me that I
have a
can't-
registration period. Due to that and the hotels, we have a registration period a short window that we can.
And then I was
register.
told I should have got a package, but I've never got a package from the municipal league. Never. So now,
We don't get,
Let me ask you a question. Coop, you got email?
yeah, I got email.
I mean, they emailed me. I don't
Okay.
know.
Well,
Did you get it for the last conference that you went to? The email, how to register? So you hadn't been getting municipal league email?
I ain't been getting municipal league nothing, but they told me I was gonna get a package in the mail.
Do you get Miss Rose emails?
No.
Somebody ain't got your email.
Well, my email address is there, whether I go through it or not. Now, when I get this package, because I'm not, I get it delivered.
I think it'd be good if you, kind of check with them and update it and make sure your email is straight. Cause I get stuff from Municipal League. I get stuff from Ms. Rose all the time, and I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just being real with it all the time.
Go straight to the source and make sure your email is straight.
I went to the source and the source told me no, it was too late.
Do they have your email?
I didn't ask all that. I asked why. So, and I'm gonna push this can on down the road. I want to be informed, and I'm probably gonna go myself. I'm probably gonna go because I want to be informed of what we are supposed to do, and that's what that municipal league does. It really does some training, and as an alderman, we need the training. We're taking care of business for these people, not for us. That's all I'm saying.
if it's not too late, let us get with Ms. Rose.
There's a,
To
it
ensure.
is. I mean, you pulls off your phone, it'll let you register on the phone.
If it's not too late, let's get with Ms. Rose so that we have the money sent so that you don't have to come out of your pocket and get reimbursed. So we'll get with Rose first thing in the morning.
Let them call me. Do that and call me.
I will.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have.
Let me ask you a question to help everybody. Would it be feasible for Miss Rose to send in the emails that she have on us?
Yes,
To the
that's
municipal
something
league?
else I'm gonna make sure that.
And
the
that way when
municipal
stuff come out, we all can be, because if we get her email, maybe she send what she got, that'll kind of alleviate.
We're
this
gonna
problem
make
in
sure,
the
I'll make
future.
sure that all your emails and names are proper at the municipal league. We'll make sure that they have everything. I know on our website, your email was wrong, but Ms. Rose has the correct one, I believe. So,
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. That's all.
but yes, sir, if you can get into it, we'd love to have you there because the alderman that's trained is one of the best. They understand the process, but
Okay. That's. I'm finished.
Okay. Meeting adjourned.
I had something.